to build a great law firm or any business, you've got to have A players on your team. Uh, like my mentor said, uh, Vern Harnish, no law firm was ever built on the backs of C players, just average employees. So um, the problem is that it's hard to find these people, and it's hard because you're always in a rush to get somebody to replace somebody. And so what I want to share with you today is how to go about hiring A players and why do you want to hire A players? Because you can grow your law firm. A player will do two and a half more times work than a B or C player. I promise you, they're worth the extra money. So the question is, how do you do this? And I want you to stay to the end because I'm going to give you an actual sheet of paper with a calculating system in it to show you what the cost of a bad hire is. And it's enormous. Once you look at this, you will take more time and do these things I'm getting ready to tell you that will make it more easier for you to hire A players. All right, number one deal is the old adage, you got to hire slow and fire fast. And the best way to do this is you want to figure out what the qualities that you're looking for. We use what we call a scorecard. What are the things, what are the deliverables we want this person to do? And then what we're looking for is somebody that has the same core values because they could be the best worker in the world, but if they don't have your core value of empathy or whatever your core values are, they're not going to fit into your culture and with your team. And then the next big deal is the interview. Once you get down, you look at the resumes and you get down to, 5 or 6 people or 10 people, you want to interview these people. And here's two good questions that will weed out the bad players. Ask them what would their prior boss say was their strongest and weakest uh, points, their strengths and their weaknesses. And then tell them when they do that, say, and by the way, I want you to I want you to call your last boss and I want to discuss this with him. I want to ask him myself. And what you will see is that if they won't do that, then they've got problems and they're not going to be the person that you want to work for you. So if you do these two things, and then also do these background checks, I can tell you I've had the personal experience of not doing that one time, and I had a person that had a embezzlement charge against them, and they had access to my money, and that was back 30 years ago, and that was stupid. So do this. Don't everybody that says, well, they seem good, they're honest. No, do you due diligence. And then when you decide that you got somebody you think is, give them tests. And I don't talk about, you can always give them free typing tests or grammar tests and all these things. But what I like is the test that Jay Henderson does on real talent hiring out of Raleigh, North Carolina, because you cannot fool it. You cannot game it. It doesn't ask questions. It asks you to put things in order of best to worst and from worst to best. There's no way to game it. And I've been using these tests for probably 14 years, and they are like 98% correct. And I've never hired anybody without them taking this test. I don't care if it's a file clerk, janitor, or lawyer. They're going to take this test. So if you going to hire somebody, do it slow, take your time. Don't let them fool you on the interview. Check their references, check their backgrounds. And when I say references, I'm talking about their last 3 jobs. Talk to their bosses and ask them that same question. What were their biggest strengths? What were their biggest weaknesses? And then lastly, do the test. I really think the Jay Henderson test at Real Talent Hiring is the heat. It really is. Now, if you want to get this sheet, my calculation sheet on what the cost of your last bad hire was, go to PILMA.org and go to resources, and it's under free resources, and it'll be there in a PDF that you can download. Take care, and we'll see you later.